Hey everybody, I'm Doug.
And I'm Pat.
Welcome back. Hey, before we get started on the Firebird show, let's talk about some of the shows we've done in the past. If you haven't seen them, you need to tune in on them. We have 5 or 6, I can't remember. Oh, there it is right there.
7?
7 of them, including the one we're doing today. So let's take a quick look at these. Let's move them up. Patrick, maybe you could point some of the ones out that you have there.
Watch yourself.
Okay. Whoa, what is that? Is that a sword cane?
This is me sword cane, yes.
Really?
This is a pointer. It is.
Well, if that's a sword cane, what do you call that?
Oh! Yours is bigger than mine.
Yeah. Well, so here we had the 58 and the 60 Les Pauls versus the Heritage 150 with WCR Crossroads. You have to see that. What's the second one?
This one's a Les Paul Juniors 50s compared to some new Juniors, single and double cutaway.
Killer show.
Yep.
Les Paul specials. 50s and new ones. Talking about also in that show the difference between how much ballsier the Juniors were than the specials.
And did we decide why that was?
Yes, they've decided, but I don't know what it is.
Okay, something about
String pull, I
string
think.
pull on the pickups and
Yeah,
all that.
maybe that.
Then we have the Les Paul Customs from the 50s, where we did the 54 bar magnet custom and the 57 triple pickup custom.
Great show.
Great show, good sounding rigs.
That was fun.
Yep.
Then, of course, we did the blindfold test where we had 5 guitars, the 58, the 60, the WCR Leyden Heritage. We had a custom-made Les Paul guitar, and we had a Tokai Les Paul copy. And you got to guess which one was which. We gave away t-shirts, which we will be posting pictures from all over the world. Cost us a
All
fortune.
over.
We don't care. We don't care.
Money's
We're
no object.
loaded.
Money's
We're
no
loaded.
object.
But this sword cane, this costs a lot.
Then we had number 6, No Ordinary Joe. Joe Bonamassa. Caught up with him when he played here in Portland.
Great show. That's a great show. And we're going to be showing parts of some of that interview relative to our show today on this show, whatever that means.
Yeah.
Which is our show today.
Firebirds. Reversed body Firebird. 63, 64, Firebird 1s, Firebird 7s. Good looking rigs.
Let's get on with it. Firebirds we're talking about are the original issue reverse Firebirds from 1963 and 1964. This is a catalog of them. This is a Firebird 7, Firebird 5. Hang on a second. Firebird 3 and Firebird 1. These guitars have been played by some notable people.
Yep.
Clapton, Johnny Winter, first guy I heard playing them a lot. Johnny Winter, huge Firebird 5 player. Of course,
Stephen Stills.
Stephen Stills, I have a picture of Stephen Stills. There it is right there. Billy Gibbons had one. And of course, have to mention the Stones.
Ryan Jones.
Ryan Jones, they were playing Firebird 7s. So what do these guitars sound like? You know, it's really a little bit hard to say. Now, the new guy playing them all the time is Joe Bonamassa, of course.
Right.
We caught up with Joe, and we'll talk about what Joe had to say. So let's get started with a Firebird 1. This one is a 64?
64.
64.
Yep.
Firebird 1 has the banjo tuners on there. This is probably the most popular model of the Firebirds that guys have played. Clapton played one, as we mentioned, and Stills played one. Billy played, the lead guitar player guys played a Firebird 1. The other model that we have today is the Firebird 7.
Three pickups. It's like a Les Paul custom, but in a Firebird. I think the big drawback to these for most people is the frets are the little flat, skinny frets that they put on
Like
the
a
customs.
fretless wonder.
Exactly, with ebony fingerboard, and it's a neat guitar.
looks cool, which we will be showing you soon. Rosewood fingerboard, larger frets in a 63, 64 style, 60s on. Stop tail piece here. This one has the vibrola. Has that middle position thing that we'll have some fun with. So what we're going to do...
Yeah, also, neck through body construction, which of course you can't see on this guy, but just the way that they're made. The neck all the way through, and then they laminate, or they glue the other sides on.
This one has a little bird on it here, which is the Firebird, and this one doesn't.
Yeah, meaning this is probably a 63. The serial number checks out to be a 63. That one's 64.
Let's hear what they sound like. We're going to plug in the Firebird one into the Vox, see if we can figure out what these guys do that make them so popular. We're going to run this guy through the Vox AC10 that we've been using for quite some time. Just to hear what it sounds like. You can always reference those other shows to hear what those other guitars sound like. Firebird 1. Sits right on top. That high end is really almost like a Telecaster, isn't it?
It does.
It's so bright through the Vox. I mean, I'm kind of wondering if we had another amplifier to run it into.
Do we have one?
Well, now let's see. This is a 60s, so what we have here is probably an amplifier just like what you guys have at home. So you can just unplug it from your AC10 and you can plug it into. This is about a 66, 67, 18-watt Blues Breaker combo by Marshall, with a single 12-inch greenback in it. Let's plug it into that guy and see what it sounds like. Not as bright through this amplifier, way more woody. Not real ballsy, still pretty bright.
Punchy though.
How much did this thing cost when it was new? I wonder how you could figure that out.
Well, let's see. In the case, this guy was $209.50.
With the professional discount, maybe. Maybe not. It's going to come next. I wonder what it sounds like compared to the Firebird 7. We'll plug it back into the Vox and let's compare the Firebird 7 and the Firebird 1 and see what they sound like. Now the Firebird 7. Treble position. All the way up. Teeny little frets. different to you?
Sounds different.
Maybe not quite as ballsy, maybe?
Not quite as ballsy.
Thanks for that. Let's try some of these other sounds. Here's the neck pickup. Cool.
Hey, I like those frets.
I hate the frets. Now, like the Les Paul Custom, the middle position gives us these two pickups. Wonder what that sounds like. Click. Whoa. Okay. Or really, really funky. You know, I'm kind of wondering what, if you were in 1963 and you went into the music store and you were going to buy a Gibson guitar, solid body guitar, what would your other option be? Have a... Your other option would be one of these guys, which is an SG. And this is a 7, so it's the top of the line guy. Oh, here's one. A 1963 SG Custom with the sideways vibrato. And it has the 3 large humbucking pickups on it. Now this would be the test. What is this guitar?
Them PAF pickups, are they?
I think they are.
No.
I think they might be. We haven't pulled these pickups out, but well, yes, we did. We pulled them out.
Yes, we did.
They are PAFs.
Yeah. Remember,
I mean, we didn't pull them out of the guitar.
You unsoldered them and
Soldered them and put them into the Tokai.
Oh, right.
Blurted out about the Tokai. That was not right. Let's hear what this guitar sounds like compared to this guitar through the Vox. Firebird 7, it's 1963, and you have just walked into the music store, and you get to spend your money on one of the best guitars Gibson makes at the time. But which one? Which one will it be? Okay? Play a little lead. Well, probably not that in 63. And now, the SG Custom 1963. Whoa.
Yep.
PAFs compared to the little guy, what do you think? Sound about the same? Neck pickup. What does that sound like? about that stuff. Because what they really care about is the in-between position. What can you get in an in-between position? You know what song I'm hearing on this one?
Sleepwalk.
Surf guitars. They released this. In 1963, this was your choice for Gibson solid bodies. Firebird 7 with the small pickups, SG Custom with these guys. Your choice. It's 1963. Well, we caught up with Joe Bonamassa here in Portland when he played. We asked him about his Firebird 1 that he tours with. And this is what he had to say about it and some of his concerns he had about playing Firebird guitars.
But yeah, Firebirds are great. I mean, like that particular one, that's Dan's, and that particular one is the best balanced Firebird reversed Firebird. Where when you just sit with the strap, it stays even, like a Les Paul.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
It's a big deal because you don't realize in the context of in battle conditions, when you have to lift up,
Hold it up and play.
you're holding it up and play. It affects you, even if you don't consciously know that.
Yeah.
That, and it's the same problem with SGs. I've always had that problem with SGs. That's why I don't own it. I don't own an SG.
Okay, so Joe says that the Firebird 1 doesn't fall down so much because for some reason the balance is different. So it wouldn't really be a drag to have to hold the guitars. But let's try it with these two guitars. So we're just going to let go of them and see if they stay in place. The Firebird 7 should obviously drop literally to the floor, and the Firebird 1 will stay in place and remain very, very stable as Joe describes.
We'll see.
Let's try.
We'll see.
1, 2, 3. Let's do it again. You cheated on it. You bumped into me.
Oh, okay.
1, 2, 3.
I don't know, Joe.
I don't know. Definitely an unusual guitar, you know, the way they're built. So those are the original series. And then in the future, we're also going to be taking this Marshall, and we're going to be comparing it to the reissue that Marshall did not that long ago, the 18-watt combo, and a couple other really cool amps. So, hey, thanks for watching, and I'm Doug.
And I'm Pat.
See you guys next time.
Bye.